are candidates who action warranted us with putting the individual results and other results of the entire school. 1,799 candidates' results are being withheld for the involvement in 4 types of examination malpractice as follows. 18 of those candidates were caught with cell phones. 1,482 candidates were caught with foreign materials in examination hall. 282 candidates were involved in other irregular activities in the exam, and 17 candidates either insulted or assaulted examination workers. So a total of 1,799 of the 49,383 candidates who sat the exam results are being withheld. And this number translates in percentage terms to 3.64% of the total candidates that sat the exam. Irregularity involving all candidates from a school. This is different from the individual candidates. This time all the candidates' results are being withheld. So we have subject results that are being withheld for different candidates. On the types of irregularity for which the results are being withheld, we have 1 collusion, 730 schools results, subject results, individual subject results are being withheld for the involvement in collusion. As I indicated earlier, 28 schools results are being withheld. This time is the entire results because of the submission of unacceptable or non-human images as the candidates' photos. Performance of candidates on the 2023 exam. The overall performance of the candidates at the passing rate of at least a subject on a examination is encouraging as compared to the counterparts who sat the exam in 2022. 9 subjects were offered on the examination, with the arts candidates sitting for 7 of the 9 subjects, while the science candidates sat a minimum of 8 of the 9 subjects. Performance per subject basis. I have a table that shows the performance per subject basis. For economics, we have for the 7,261 candidates who sat, and those who passed economics, we have 13,283, which is 28.11% passing with credit scores, and 24,678 passing with ordinary passes. So the total number of candidates who passed economics is 37,961, which is 80.32%. Geography, we have 46,838 candidates who sat the exam. 18,037 of them passed with credit, or 38.51% passed with credit, and 20,367 passed with ordinary passes. So the total number of candidates who passed geography is 38,404, or 81.99% of the candidates who sat geography. History, we have for the 4,981 candidates sitting history, 13,197 passed with credit, 17,273 made ordinary passes. So a total of 30,470 for the 4,981 candidates who sat history passed history. So this gives us 67.74% of the candidates being successful in history. For literature in English, for the 3,432 candidates sat, 1,559 passed with credit, 12,132 had ordinary passes, giving us a total of 13,691 candidates being successful in literature. So if you look at this in terms of percentage, you see that only 31.52% of the candidates who sat literature were successful in literature. English language, for the 7,358 candidates sat English, 1,314 passed with credit, 14,688 had ordinary passes, giving us a total of 16,002 candidates who passed English language. So the total percentage that's passed English is 33.79%. Mathematics, for the 7,522 candidates sat, 10,882 passed with credit. 28,291 ordinary passes, giving us a total of 39,173 candidates who passed in totality in mathematics. So the overall total percentage pass rate in mathematics is 82.43. Biology, 47,364 candidates sat, 24,283 candidates passed with credit scores, 18,338 ordinary passes, giving us a total of 42,621 who passed in history. So the percentage pass is in biology, the percentage pass rate in biology is 89.99%. Chemistry, one of the subjects that the candidates have been struggling with over the years. 40,624 candidates sat, 14,073 passed with credit, 17,373 ordinary passes, giving us a total of 31,446. So the total pass rate in terms of percentage for chemistry is 77.41. Physics, 40,230 candidates sat, 6,786 passed with credit, 16,166 ordinary passes, giving us a total of 22,952 candidates who passed in physics. The total percentage passed in physics is 57.05. So from this table, we see that the 2023 candidates performed better in 4 subjects: biology, mathematics, geography, and economics, and they struggled in literature, in English, and English language. So we now look at the 3 years comparative performance, 2021 to 2023. We are providing the next table, which gives the performance of our candidates over the last 3 years, comparative performance in the different subjects that are being offered on the examination. I'll just read the percentages. Economics, 2021, it was 29.79% that was successful. 2022, it went to 55.02. 2023, it went to 80.32. So for economics, we see an upward trend. Geography, 2021, it was 8.50% that passed. 2022, 66.50. 2023, 81.99. So geography also shows an upward trend. History, 2021 was 60.35. 2022, 16.43. And 2023, 67.74. So the performance over the 3 years for history fluctuated. Literature in English, 2021 was 21.39%, 2022 36%, and 2023 31.52%. So like history literature performance over the 3 years also fluctuated. English language, 2021 was 17%, 2022 81.52, and 2023 33.79. So the performance for English over the 3 years also fluctuated. Mathematics came from 70.88 in 2021. It went to 77.43 in 2022 and 82.43 in 2023. So the performance, the trend for mathematics is upward. Biology, 16.46 in 2021, 75.50 in 2022, 89.99 in 2023. So biology shows an upward trend. Chemistry, 5.53 in 2021, 2022, 15.35, 2023, 77.41. So it shows an upward trend. Physics, 22.22%, 2021, 37.88%, 2022, 57.05 in 2023. So physics 2 shows an upward trend. So you see that over the 3 years period, we have 3 subjects that show fluctuation. We have history, literature in English, and English language, while the remaining 6 subjects show an upward trend in the performance of academics. Then we look at the different categories of passes on the examination for the same period, the last 3 years. So take for instance the first category, we want to know how many candidates pass with credits in both mathematics and English. How many persons got credit passes in mathematics and English? I will read the percentages again. In 2021, it was 1.61. 2022, 1.75. 2023, it dropped to 0.44%. How many candidates passed the credit in 5 subjects, including English and mathematics? 2021 was 0.39. 2022 it went to 0.91. 2023 0.32. So fluctuation. How many candidates passed with credit in at least 7 subjects, whether math is part of it or not? 2021 it was 0.08%, 2022 0.17%, 2023 0.18%. So we see a little improvement in that category. Those who passed with credit in at least 6 subjects, 2021 it was 1.7%, 2022 went to 0.33%, and 2023 it went to 0.63%, so it fluctuated because 2021 was higher. Those that passed with credit in at least any 5 subjects, 2021 it was 4.13, 2022 6.39, and 2023 is now 2.24, so it shows fluctuation again. Those that passed in all 9 subjects, again I want to emphasize here that a few number of candidates to 9 subjects. So we actually want to recognize those who sat 9 subjects in the past, all 9 subjects they sat. In 2021 we have 1.59%. In 2022 none. 2023 0.10%. So we see fluctuation in that category. Those who pass, whether with credit passes or ordinary passes, those who pass in at least 7 subjects. 2021 it was 8.76%, 2022 21.55%, 2023 4.27%. Those who pass at least any 5 subjects, no credit business. 2021 21.52, 2022 52.71, and 2023 28.34. So it shows fluctuation. 3 subjects, 2021 42.84. 2022 86.06, 2023 68.82. 2 subjects, at least 2 subjects. 2021 57.77, 2022 93.22, 2023 85.61. So fluctuation again. At least 1 subject, 2021 62.96, 2022 98.48, and 2023 94.06. Fluctuation. Those who failed in all subjects. Those who failed in all subjects, 2020, whether you sat 9, you sat 8, you sat 7, you failed all the subjects you sat. In 2021, we have 5.8% of the candidates failing in all subjects. 2022, it dropped to 1.51, and then 2023, it went up to 2.57. Number of schools with all candidates passing in at least 1 subject. 2021, we had 761 schools, and 752 of them have had at least a candidate passing in a subject. In 2022, we had 809 schools and 805 other schools had a candidate passing in at least 1 subject. 2023 shows a remarkable improvement. 887 schools. Here we are reporting 886. One of the schools, Fred Bernard in Veracruz County, it's actually a junior high school, but registered for candidates for full 9 graders as 12 graders. Yes. So she registered the 4 students as both 9 graders and 12 graders. So the children did not take the test. Yes, because they are not in the 12th grade. So this is why you're seeing 887 schools that came in for the exam, but actually we're putting 886. And number of schools with all candidates failing. This is the first year since we started. While we don't have any school, we're recording all of our 8 students failing the exam. So when you look at the table, we'll see that the 2023 candidates performed slightly better than their counterparts. In 2022, all of the 15 different categories to the 2023 candidates performed better in 7 out of the 15. And when you compare the 2023 performance with that of the 2021 performance, then you see that the 2023 performance, the candidates performed better in 8 of the 15 categories in 2023 as compared to 2021. The next statistics we want to present to you is the performance per county. Performance per county. And we say table 7 below shows the performance per county of the candidates that pass at least one subject on the examination. If you look at this table, Bombing, we had 10 schools from Bombing, and 75% of the candidates who sat the exam were successful. From Bom County, we have 42 schools, 87.48% of the candidates were successful. From Passau, we had 20 schools, 96.97% of the candidates were successful. From Cape Man County, we have 15 schools, 83.53% of the candidates who sat the exam were successful. Grand Julia, we had 17 schools, 98.03% of the candidates were successful. Grand Crew, we have only 7 schools. Grand Crew, only 7 schools, 94.56% of the candidates were successful. Lofa, we have 31 schools, 84.95% of the candidates were successful. Makibi, we have 73 schools, 96.96% of the candidates were successful. Maryland, we have 19 schools, 94.58% of the candidates were successful. Monserrato takes the lion's share. We have 562 schools in Monserrato, and 95.05% of the candidates were successful. Nema, we have 63 schools, and 93.38% of the candidates were successful. Versus, only 4 schools, 98.63% were successful. Bapolo, only 7 schools, 74.24% of the candidates were successful. Sano, 11 schools, 96.85% of the candidates were successful. And River G, we have 6 schools, and 85.4%. So of the total candidates that sat the exam, 94.06% of the candidates were successful. The next thing we want to look at, we want to recognize the candidates who had, or those candidates with outstanding performance on examination. Candidates who passed with credit scores in a minimum of 5 subjects, including English language and mathematics. 30 candidates comprising 9 males and 21 females, and interestingly, the females dominated this year. 9 males and 21 females from 4 schools in 2 counties obtained a minimum of 5 credit passes, inclusive of English language and mathematics on the examination. So the 2 counties are Monserrato County and Makibi County. 3 of the 4 schools are in Monserrato with 27 candidates, and 1 of the 4 schools can be found in Makibi with 3 candidates who obtained 5 credit passes, inclusive of English language and mathematics. Who are the outstanding candidates on this exam? So we recognize the top 3 performing candidates on the exam. The top 3 performing candidates on the exam came from 2 different schools in Monserrato. The details of the 3 candidates are as follows. We have 1 Desire E. Sega. She's a female, and she's from the 4 Maiden Christian Academy. That's a private school in Monserrato County. She has a total aggregated T score of 523.7439. So she's the best. She came first on the exam. Then we have another female by the name of Priscilla L. Cooper, also from 4 Maiden Christian Academy, a private school, with 5.16.9156. I passed this grade second. And the only male among them is 1 Lanford J. CC. Lanford CC is from the Dominion Christian Institute, as another private institute in Monserrato County. He has 509.017, so he can tell on the exam. So these are the top 3 performing candidates on the exam. We wanted to recognize the best candidates per county, but in order for you to be considered as a best candidate, you must what? Pass in a minimum of 5 subjects with credits. And those 5 subjects should include mathematics and English. Interestingly, most of the counties fell short of this standard I was set. So for Bombing, Grand Pastor, Grand Cape Mount, Grand Julia, Grand Crew, Lofa, Maryland, Nehemiah, Rosses, Bapolu, San G. We could not find any candidate who passed with a minimum of 5 credits, including English and mathematics. It doesn't mean that you never have candidates from these counties passing with 5 credits, but the condition is math should be part of it, English should be part of it. So even if you pass with 7 credits and you don't have either math or English part of it, we don't recognize you. So again, you see 2 counties here. We have one, Bernice T. Johnson from the St. Christopher Catholic School, who has an aggregated T-score of 356.5718 as the top performing candidates in Makibi County. In Moseralo County, we have 3 candidates, and obviously the 3 candidates from Moseralo we have already named, and they are the top 3 performing candidates on the SM. Checking of results. School candidates, school authorities, in order for them to be able to access the result, they need to use the same portal they use for their registration. So you just go there, we have a portion there that says result. And you download your candidates result, you'll be able to see all the results for the candidates. For the individual candidates, they can check the result. We have a different website now. We have a different website that we use for result checking, and our website is what? https://results.liberia.org, result.lrberareg.org. Going forward, anybody who wants to check the result online, whether you start the exam from 2009 or you start the exam 2020 or 2023, this is the website that you have to use to check your result. Distinguished members of the 4th Estate, the Secretariat wishes to express its sincere gratitude to the President, to the government, and the people of Liberia for the confidence they continue to repose in WAEC to execute the mandate of the Council in Liberia. The Secretariat is immensely grateful to the government of Liberia for paying the fees for candidates who register for the exam. The Secretariat wishes to assure the government and people of Liberia that it will continue to explore innovative ways of providing quality service delivered to the people of Liberia and the sub-region in the years ahead. We also want to appreciate the Honorable Minister of Education, and we are happy and honored that he's in our midst today, along with his senior management team, our government nominees for council, the members of council, the different educational secretariats, school authorities, the Liberia National Police, and other actors in the security sector, the Liberia Revenue Authority, the management of RIA, Continental University, our service providers, such as supervisors, porters, monitors, depot officers, examiners, checkers, salary staff, even drivers, including you from the media, all candidates and parents, as well as all other stakeholders who supported and collaborated with us in the content of WAEC examinations for school candidates in 2023. Finally, I want to appreciate the heads of division and the all staff of the Liberia National Office of WAEC for the cooperation, support, and commitment to excellence in the execution of the Council's mandate in Liberia. Indeed, all things and glory belong to God Almighty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members of the press. We will now take a comment from the Minister of Education, Professor D. Ansu Soni. But before going to the Minister, let me recognize the presence of the man responsible for communications at the Ministry of Education, Mr. Blitter. You're welcome. So we will now go to the Minister of Education, Professor D. Ansu Soni.
Good afternoon again. Again, my name is Professor Soni, Minister of Education. Chat and listen. also the head of the national office, Honorable Dave Bosa, who has presented to us and to the entire nation the results of the students that we teach and those across the country. It is a privilege to know that improvement is on course. There is still much to be done to ensure that the quality of our performances are brought to par with candidates across the region, meaning that the number of our candidates who should begin to pass with credits from 1 to 6 have every reason to believe that we are on course shall happen. I want to take this time to thank the President of this country, Dr. George Manuel Weah, for taking the place of the parents and the students who are self-supporting, to grant them the opportunity to be relieved of the burden of examination costs and to go freely to sit these exams as they should. With those taken into consideration, we want to extend thanks to all of these schools that participated in these exams. And we believe that we can do better. When we compare where we came from to where we've navigated along the past 5-6 years this year, we have every reason to believe that changes are taking place. The speed of those changes may not be exactly at the rate that we all wish to see. But the progression suggests that much is on course. I want to thank the teachers who have spent some time to prepare their students and the principals who have administered the conduct of the respective schools in our country. What we do as educators provides the platform for all other sectors of government. And the accomplishment of development in every nation commences with the quality of its human capital. And this government is committed to just that. Do we have all that we need to do what we need to do? Not necessarily. Nobody ever has everything that they need to do, everything they need to do. But we utilize that which we have to make the impact that we are making. Mr. Goto, please extend our thanks to Council for all of the support we've received from their angle, accommodating us along the aisle, the platform. Our students can sit these exams. I always said, when I am the teacher of a student and somebody else evaluates that student, and the student performs as if I had evaluated them, then I'm teaching. Teaching is for learning. And in this case, I believe that teaching is taking place. We need to enhance that quality. And this president, this government are committed to just that. I want to thank all of my ministers in the Ministry of Education, the Deputy Minister for Instruction, who is the highest ranking person among us when it comes to membership on council. He represents all of us, an entire sector on council. We want to thank Deputy Minister Datom for administration, Deputy Minister Kezeli for planning, and the 8 assistant ministers who complement the job that we do. Mr. Bodo, and your team, we couldn't be grateful more, especially now that we have introduced the assessment at the 3rd grade level. You will agree with me, citizens, that when we became a government in 2018, the students who are taking the exam this year, we found them in the 7th grade. And what we've done to help them to come to this place, many of whom had lost foundational learning from ABC to 6th grade, but they have performed relatively. The students that are in the 9th grade exam, of which almost 90% of them pass, were students that we picked up from 3rd grade. From 3rd grade, we also were able to help them to transition, and they were able to do the 9th grade exam, and they did well. The students that took the 6th grade exam did even better. And those are students that we picked up from 1st grade. They are our strict responsibility. And at 6th grade, they have taken the exam. If you heard the results, you'll be astonished at their performance. We are grateful for all the teachers who have taken care of them. The students who took the 6th grade, 3rd grade exam were students that were in ABC when we came to governance. And from ABC to 3rd grade is 6 years of school. And the performance of those students on the numeracy and literacy exams were exceptional. And you believe that children at that level, when they transition to 6th grade, they transition to 9th grade. By the time they are in 12th grade, this is not a story we'll be hearing. But we thank you for what has happened so far. And all of you who sit behind the microphones, you need to encourage our parents. Many of them are doing very well. But I want to encourage parents because we have stood in that gap before. You don't send your children to school and depend on the school to make them who you want them to be. The schools complement your effort as parents to make your children and deliver them to the level that you desire. So I wish to encourage all parents not to just pay the fees, but look at the works of their students, check on their progress, visit the school, see how well your kids are doing. And by that, you can be assured that those reasons for which you are investing your fund in those children's development shall come to pass in due course. These results are provisional. I understand there will be some reviews, but until those reviews are taking place insofar that we are aware, I have compiled these reports. When I received them this morning from Obode Boto, and covered it with a letter to the president. And that has to be done because the government takes full responsibility for all students that do the 12th grade exam, as well as the students who are in the 9th grade in all public schools, the sum of which is always near 4 million to 5 million. That's much money. But the results are impactful. We want you to encourage us who teach to make sure that we teach because we have calling ourselves into the teaching field, and make sure that the kids who we are helping to transform their lives do so with honesty, commitment, and dedication. There are 3 students who did exceptionally well. Of 49,000 students, the second to last page that we read on the I'd like for you to call the names of those students 18 and the schools that we attended. I know that you have the name of the 3 students that did exceptionally well in 3rd grade. You also have the names of the 3 students that did exceptionally well in 6th grade, and the names of the 3 students that did exceptionally well in 9th grade, and now 12th grade. These students, I believe, are Botoku, we need to engage them, find them, involve their parents. So if there can be some public recognition to give them the esteem recognition that it requires to motivate them to move forward. I think we should do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Well, as we prepare ourselves to ask questions, let me encourage all of us to lay lots of premises before asking the questions, because time is fast spent. And so to save time, we will take maximum 5 questions. You call your name, the institution you represent, and you ask the question. I begin with.
So, my name is Young Tito for OKFM. Well, basically, you just completed the reading of the results, but the message we are carrying by, especially people who are listening. What exactly is the message? In a certain part of the result, you were talking about students who passed in fast subject, and then we didn't exclude them from the different county. There were now much up about student passing majority of the subject. So now, were we to go back to what exactly would be the names?
So,
you can answer.
Okay, you want me to answer? Okay, so when you look at the overall performance of the students, you look at it in terms of how they perform in the different subjects. So if you look at the different subjects that we highlighted, you see that our candidates focused in 3 subject areas. 2, 3. Okay, let's say. Yes. The 2 ones they really struggled in were literature in English and actually struggle. That could be one of the reasons for which you see we don't have many candidates passing with credits in 5 subjects, including English and mathematics, because look at the percentage of those who passed English. 33%. Yes. All of 47,000 persons who sat the exam. All of 47,000 persons who sat the exam, only 31%, 33%, 60,000 persons passed in English. So that, well, the number of candidates that probably should have obtained a minimum of 5 credits, including English and mathematics. But what we want for us to be careful, we are not saying that people did not pass in 5 subjects or more than 5 subjects. The message here is that in order for you to be considered as a top candidate, you must what? Have a very good score in 5 subjects. And those 5 subjects should include English, language, and mathematics. Unfortunately, for most of the counties, we have people passing in 5 subjects, but the 5 subjects do not include both English and mathematics. So that's why you do not see them listed on the table that we give you.
So, Bolo, thank you. My name is Emmanuel.
What do you got?
As per the table, over 49,000 people sat the tests. I want to be specific as to the number of students that actually passed, ranging from the schools, as you mentioned.
So if you look at, we also gave you another table per county. We gave you a table per county, and that table is for only 2023. We say county A, take for instance, we say for me, we say 10 schools, 584% sat the SM, for me county, the whole of me county, and how you call it, 441 of the 584% made a pass. So in that case, you see 75.51. When you look at the totality we have for the 9,383, for the 9,383, yeah? Candidates that are actually what? excuse me, start the test, and the total that pass is what? 46,448. Now, when we talk about pass, we're talking about those who are eligible to receive a certificate. 46,000, yes. 46,448, yes.
More students are passing.
Yes, they are eligible to receive certificate. So you will see close to 3,000 persons will not be receiving any certificate of this assessment.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Meho Kamegomare from this public trust. Mr. Botu, I would like to know how many male or females are there in one of those subjects.
How many female? Male. Okay, so
the
the number of, if you look at the table again, we have a column that is filled. So the number of male that filled for all the counties is 1,528. Maybe we'll share the table with you so you can see it. The number of female that filled for all the counties, 15 counties, is 1,407. So the total number of persons who failed on this test is what? 2,935.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Aisha Biba and I report for PMTV, where I'm concerned about the challenges from the WAEC Liberia that may have led to the failure in some way, somehow, that may have contributed towards a student failure. Did you, at any point in time, record it? And the major challenges from your side?
Let me fill in that gap. It's not Dave Botu's responsibility to find out the challenges the students have. His challenges come when he goes to administer the exam, the difficulty he experiences. While the student may not be coming up with the grades that they should, that's our baby. The government is very serious about it. Let me just also tell you right here, this government, as I speak, has imported 920,000 textbooks. Chemistry, physics, biology, chemistry, physics, biology, English, mathematics. Separately for 10th grade, separately for 11th grade, separately for 12th grade. Those textbooks are also digital for every teacher to download, for every student to download at those levels. So if you don't have a hard copy, you can download and print it, giving you access. Those textbooks are also scannable by chapter. We have them in the various libraries. You can scan them. You don't have to scan all. If you don't have sufficient data, scan chapter 1. When you get to studying, you scan chapter 2. With these new interventions, we want to believe with all the demonstrational materials in those books, we have every reason to believe that the next round of examination that will be taken in 2024, the story shouldn't be close to this. And 2 years later, the story should even be far better. And 3 years later, for students who are in 10th grade now, who will be doing 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade using these materials, in addition to the 4,000 computers that we are bringing to place in the high schools, and create a digital library. If any student does not make these use, we have to find out why. So, Boto's job is to evaluate what we do. Our job is to let you know what we've done.
So follow up, since you are the Minister of Education, there is this rumor that our public school students may not graduate till the October 10 election. Can you confirm that?
Whoever told you that has to give you reason. I got no reason to say any student should not graduate before October 10. When the results are released, all we have done was to say no high school to graduation except where results are released. When the results are released and you can access them, every high school now has every right to begin to plan their graduation at a time convenient for them. However, not to interfere with the national responsibility of all citizens. You can't schedule graduation on October 10th. Doesn't make sense. You won't even schedule graduation in the week of the exam. That's why we are making sure that week of the examination is election. Election, my brother. Examination has taken over the narrative in the school. During that week, we are closing school on the 6th of October and reopening on the 16th, the following Monday, so that every citizen, all 2.something million people who register, can exercise their franchise wherever they have registered to go and vote, have sufficient time to come back and start school on Monday. Graduation, as of now, we will have our own press conference and release and give authorization now. But in fact, Dave Oto has all the authority. Once he has announced the results, you can start paying your graduation. Graduation fees are 100 United States dollars in private schools. Any parent who pays more than that wants to break the rules and disrespect this country. We are sat with the principals, with the principal association, and calculated what does it take to graduate a student in the private school in 12th grade with $75. But because there are some schools that may not have too many students, we say the maximum you can get is 100. Every parent who violates that and pay a school 125, 150, that parent is encouraging the school to exploit them. Don't complain. When you pay, just sit down. Because we have said why we are saying so now. Let me say what graduation fee includes. Everything else besides the clothes the student wear, besides the special coaching, all these medallions they want to wear, that's not graduation fee. If the senior class sit down and they say they want to wear special things from China or India, that's their business. They should get it to their parents, not to the school. The school should not include those kind of amount in the graduation fee. The graduation fee includes the souvenir program printer, the hall rental, the diploma covers, the transcript, the recommendation letter, and everything that pertains to you walking out of that school. Nothing more. If you don't have gowns, let the student wear a uniform. In the public school, it's 5,000 Liberian dollars. We are not asking you to play magic. Whatever the 5,000 Liberian dollars can do it for God's sake. Don't go beyond that. Because we believe that in these times, the government tries to relieve parents. You don't want to impose. You got uniform, the clean, wear it. The best uniform is the one that is upstairs. If it's not here, they even buy you PhD gown. It makes no difference. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let me just, I think it's here on the screen. Can somebody identify this photo? No, I'm not sure this here. This is a photo that was submitted by the school. That black? This is what they expect, the school expects to also put on a certificate. If we put this on a certificate for a child, can that child you take that certificate anywhere to say this is my certificate? No. We have been complaining over and over. We have been calling the school to book that look. Please don't submit non-human images. Look, 2,000 plus candidates with entire results are referred. You know how many of the 2,000 plus candidates maybe may have passed half subject to credit? You know, but now the children results, the results are being referred not because they did not perform well on the exam, but the results are being referred because of what? The school. The school.
Mr. Boto, yes. Please give us the names of those schools who are deliberately depriving these students for 12 years they can spend in school to transition to go to higher education. They cannot. They cannot. So we need to know the name of the school. Thank God the Deputy Minister for Instruction is on council. So we can take those 2,000 schools, and I bet you most of them right here. We take those two. Yes, they're right here. We can find them and invite them at DMI. Let them tell us why they send them. It's possible that they ask the student for photographs. The student didn't produce it. It's possible they ask the student to bring money to pay their photograph, and the student didn't bring the money. I hope no government school involved. That's listen, look at that.
All right.
Yeah.
So we take the fellow there. You should be the last. We'll come back to you. We'll give you an exception. Go ahead.
All right. As a student, I'm Joe from well, anytime you make a pronouncement, you will make another pronouncement about people charging collection fee 105,000 public school. Most times you make the pronouncement, but you put measure in place to check the validators.
Most times, oh no, that's not true. That's not true. The person who violates the law more are the parents. And I want to say this publicly. We, the government, give you the authority to pay $100. And you know, those that run private school, if all the parents say we'll take our children from this school, they will close it down. They will close it down. No school will afford us. So basically, the parents need to just make sure that when we make a rule such as this, graduation is $75 US. You may raise it to $100 US if the number of students are fewer than necessary. For us who sit in our offices and we have DEOs, we got 126 district education officers supervising 6,000 schools. Number two, we have 16 county education officers supervising 6,000 schools and 1.5 million children. So the people who need to cooperate with us more, whose interest we are seeking, the parents. So if and this is our general attitude. One parent who may have the money will say, let them pay that thing here, let our children then finish. And let them pay that thing, let our children then finish. It's because you have it. Other parents may not have it. That kind of self-interest we have to stop. When I can afford more than $100 several times. But if I have to pay $100 a fee at a particular school, that is exactly what I would pay. And I'm not going to pay $170. The parents got to help us, folks. Because they are the one. Then when they do that, and they go to the radio, and then you can help them to say, the people exploiting us, who took the money from the wallet?
Okay, follow up, then we close.
Yeah. Mr. Bojo, you said 46,448 students passed, that is, they are eligible for graduation. I just want to know the percentage of this.
I said 90. Let me just cover it. So we'll share this thing. You're giving the self cover, right? Sure.
Excuse me, Dave. I heard him say they're eligible for graduation. No. There is a prerequisite for a 12th grader to participate in graduation ceremonies. You pass one subject, you shouldn't be proud to be marching anyway. Anyway, we started with 3 for 3 years, and then we raised it to 4. So you pass 4 subjects. We're not saying pass 4 subjects, math with English. No kind of restriction. Just pass 4 subjects. Any 4, you wear your gown and march. But you pass 1, please don't go to the people, please.
So will you have monitors then? Will you have
The
monitors?
schools are responsible to make sure that we don't. Now, if the schools do, because there are there few high schools will.
Okay. This is how we bring this all-important press conference to a close. We would like to emphasize to you, members of the press, that look, if you don't understand the statistics, our lines are open for you to seek clarification. Please do not write what you don't understand, because numbers are something that if you're not careful with,
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the location. This is Focus on Liberia, an online television based in the railway station. And we are at the ground in the conference hall of the West African Examination Council announcing the results of the exams that were taken.
16th of December, for the 25th, I think elections, 25th of November to the 16th of December. We'll start the registration, hopefully, for the area relative constant by next month, September. The cost from 1 to 5 subject is what? 8,000.
Liberian dollars, which is the equivalent of what, sir? No.
prevailing rate.
35 to 40.
35 to 40. I've heard many people say there that the amount they paid for resetter is almost 3-4 times the amount for the regular exam. That was not enough. And then for you to make that clarification, and it is, if it's 8,000 go and change your money and give it 8,000.
We're not charging US.
Not charging US. Go and change your money. If the rate is 500 to 1, change your money and give it. So that you don't say there's perfect. I also want to encourage you, if you don't do the resetter immediately after you have done the exam, many of you may not take it again. And because you are not in regular school, you may not pass it if you wait for 1 year. You already know the difficulties. So we want to encourage you, take advantage of the resetter that come in November, December. Take that test, put it behind you, and start thinking about going to post-secondary. Please. Thank you very much, Thomas.
Okay. So you can, if you go to Lone Star mobile money, right?
Yeah.
It has one passes for use to mobile money to for the payment. It has one passes. You see the fees. One passes school fees. Oh. Yeah, I think it's a WAEC. Yeah, it's a WAEC. You see the you see it.
So, I have a chip. Is it available now?
Yeah, the chip. I guess
Focus Liberia. Thank you for watching.
Lone Star.